a Pokémon Observatory, a kawaii exhibition at a chocolate museum, a new Sanrio Cafe in Harajuku, autumn leaves light-ups, and the start of winter illuminations. I'm Amy from Cakes with Faces, and this is Japan travel news about all the new things that are opening in Japan and what's coming up. Before we start, I'll quickly tell you about 3 new things from me. The first is my calendar. This is the 2025 one. It has so many Japanese festivals to help with trip planning or just follow along at home. I'll be sending them out later this month. The link to pre-orders in the description. I also have a pre-order for 2 new scarves. They're both my designs. There's Lucky Cats and Kitsune, and after many requests from you guys, I've finally designed a stamp book for collecting souvenir stamps. There's actually 2 designs. This is the one I took with me to Japan recently, and the stamps I collected. You can pre-order them as well, the link's in the description. And remember my shop when you're doing your Christmas shopping, especially if you know people who also like Japan or cute stuff. Every order helps me keep making videos like this one. So we're going to start with seasonal things. If you're going to Japan mid-November, you have a chance of seeing Diamond Fuji. That's when the sun is rising or setting, and it's just at the top of Fujisan, making it look like a shining diamond. You can, of course, see Diamond Fuji all year round from various spots in the surrounding area, but you can see it from Tokyo at sunset in late January, early February, and mid-November. You can look up the best places to see it, or go to one of the many observation decks in Tokyo. Tickets for sunset are the most popular all year round, so book in advance, especially if you want to go to one of the popular ones like Shibuya Sky. Mount Fuji also got their first snowfall of the season recently, so they've got their beautiful snow cap back. And I should say, views of Mount Fuji are never guaranteed. It's often covered by cloud. You're actually quite lucky if you do get a good view. You're more likely to see it in winter when the skies are clearer. When I was last at Tokyo Tower and the Metropolitan Government Building in Tokyo, you could kind of see it through the clouds, but really I think I was half imagining it. We actually got a pretty good view from the hanging trains on the way to Enoshima, which will be coming up in my videos. I will have more videos coming up about the observation decks in Tokyo. I made it my mini mission to check them all out and see which is the best. Next is serious travel news. Now it feels like every month there's something blowing up with clickbait headlines, and I always try and bring you the truth because there are so many misleading, dramatic headlines around. And this time it's visa fees and departure tax. Now there's a departure tax when you leave Japan. It's bundled together with all the taxes you pay when you book your flights, so most people probably don't even realise they're paying it. And at the moment it's only 1,000 yen. In 2026 they're planning to raise the departure tax to bring it more in line with what other countries are charging, but at this point it hasn't been confirmed how much it's going to be. As an example, if they match similar taxes in the US, it would be 3,300 yen, which is triple what it is now. But with how expensive flights are these days, I don't think it's going to be all that noticeable. They're also planning to increase fees for visas. At this point, they haven't announced any figures yet, so any numbers you see are just speculation. Japan's visa fees haven't changed since 1978, so they are due an update. At the moment, it's 3,000 yen for a single entry visa. And there are about 70 countries that have a visa waiver scheme with Japan, including the UK, so if you're from one of those countries, it won't apply to you anyway. If there's any updates on either of these things, it'll be right here in Japan News. Next, in not so serious travel news, if you don't like the idea of the long flight to Japan, from the UK it's about 13 or 14 hours, how about taking a rocket ship instead? A travel agency is planning to launch a space flight from the USA to Japan that would only take an hour or maybe even less. The downside is tickets will cost 100 million yen, so you'd better start saving up now. On to shops. There's a new mofusand store in Tokyo. Mofusand is a cute cat character that's really popular in Japan, so of course the new store's in the home of kawaii, Harajuku. If you go all the way along Takeshita Street, the main street in Harajuku, and cross the road, that's where it is. It's near where the Moshi Moshi box and Sebastian Masuda clock used to be, RIP. It has has 2 floors, and as you'd expect, it looks super cute. It's going to have rotating themes and sell merch related to that theme. The first theme is coffee and donuts, so you can expect lots of cute mofusand donut items. There'll be new themes several times a year. There is also a mofusand store in Character Street in Tokyo Station. You can have a look around it with me in my video, along with my 2 other favourite shops there. I've got to say, the mofusand store has the best selection of plushies. Also in Harajuku, there's a Tamagotchi store opening this month on the 22nd of November. It's inside Tokyu Plaza Harajuku Harakado, which is the department store on the crossroads with all the mirrors and the roof garden. As a designer, I just love the Tamagotchi characters and the style of their graphics. I always miss the Tamagotchi stores that used to be in Harajuku and Character Street. The last one closed in 2017, so I'm really glad they're back. There'll be experiences and customizable products, and it'll be themed like a cute factory. There'll also be a new Nintendo shop in Fukuoka opening on the 14th of November. It's the 4th official Nintendo store in Japan. It'll be inside Amu Plaza, Hakata City, which is right on Hakata Station, the main station in Fukuoka, so you can go straight there when you arrive on the Shinkansen. It'll have merch from all the classics: Zelda, Pikmin, Splatoon, Mario, and Animal Crossing. And often when you go to stores like this outside of Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka, you'll find they're a lot calmer and less crowded. Now, I didn't know whether to put this in shop news or restaurant news, but you can now get Coco curry t-shirts at Uniqlo, and they look amazing. In Uniqlo stores, they have iPads where you can choose your own motifs to be printed on t-shirts, sweatshirts, and tote bags. And until the 30th of September 2026, they have special Coco curry designs. I just love these. There are so many designs, 107 of them. There's various meals at Coco Curry, logos, the cute cat mascots, and retro designs. You can combine the motifs in any way you want and add text, so you could make a t-shirt of your favourite order at Coco Curry. Mine is cheese and vegetables. Which brings us on to food and restaurants. There's a new sumo restaurant in Ginza called Tokyo Sumo Festival. There are a couple of restaurants like this, designed for tourists, so you can watch sumo wrestling without having to go to a tournament. It's like a dinner show with some interactive activities. So if you want to, you can go up and try carrying a mikoshi, a portable shrine like they have at festivals. You can learn some sumo moves. You can try your strength against a sumo wrestler, or you can just take photos with them. Now, I don't know how authentic or good it is. It is obviously designed for tourists, but it's meant to be a fun experience. That's right by Yurakucho Station in Ginza, quite close to Tokyo Station. Now, if you want to play with diggers while having unlimited ice cream, this is the cafe for you. RC Heavy Machinery Cafe in Osaka. You sit around a big sand pit with remote controlled trucks and diggers, so you can have fun digging and excavating. It's 800 yen per half hour for adults, half price for kids. That includes unlimited soft drinks and ice cream. There is also a bar, and you can order food. This month, ramen chain Ippudo is having a collaboration with Hatsune Miku. Now, the name of this campaign gets a bit lost in translation. It's called 39+1. The 39 comes from Hatsune Miku. Mi means 3 and ku is 9, and the 1 comes from the name Ippudo. So 39+1, and Ippudo celebrated its 40th anniversary recently. There are 2 special bowls of ramen on the menu. One of them has blue-green broth and a pink egg. It comes with a side of sugar sprinkles, although it is a savoury dish, and they both have nori seaweed printed with Hatsune Miku. That started on the 1st of November and continues as long as stocks last. It's available at all Ippudo stores, and there are quite a lot of them, and some stores also have special merch. Now, there's lots new from Harajuku this time. There'll be a new Sanrio Shop and Cafe opening on Takeshita Street. There was a rumour there'd be a new Sanrio Cafe when the Pom Pom Purin Cafe closed earlier this year, and here it is. It opens on the 11th of December. It looks pretty big. There'll be limited edition goods with extra kawaii Harajuku style. There'll also be a theme cafe that looks very pink. There'll be pasta, burgers and pancakes with a variety of Sanrio characters. I'm glad to see my favourite Gudatamas included. You don't see so much of them these days. It'll be where Harajuku Alta was, which is going to be a very kawaii building because in the basement is the new Kawaii Monster Land, which is the new incarnation of the Kawaii Monster Cafe. I've been looking out for an opening date for that, but it hasn't been announced yet. They've just been recruiting staff for it. If you follow Kate's Faces on Instagram, Threads, Facebook or Blue Sky, I'm always posting anything I think you guys might be interested in if you want little updates in between Japan news. And if you want to know about temporary pop-up theme cafes, I have a list that I update regularly. It's on cakeswithfaces.co.uk in the blog section. Next is attractions. There's a new samurai experience in Kyoto where they dress you up in samurai armor. Then you can take photos in your choice of 3 locations, either the bridge in Arashiyama, the bamboo forest, or a tea house where you can also have matcha because samurai need tea breaks too. Then they take you up into the mountains where you can film a samurai battle with swords, spears, bows and arrows with the studio staff as extras. So you get photos and a 2 to 3 minute film including drone footage. The whole thing takes an hour and a half and it's for groups of up to 6. It's not cheap. The price depends how many people you have. For 2 people it's 30,000 yen each, but there are discounts for the first month or 2 while it's new. There is also a shorter experience that doesn't have the movie part, just the photos. That's called the Samurai Battle Movie Experience from Shogun Studios. You can book it online. Next, from December 2025, Godzilla will be at Haneda Airport in Tokyo. They'll be in Terminal 3 at the Edo Marketplace, which is the place with the restaurants before you go through security. It looks huge. There'll also be graphics and a statue in Arrivals to welcome you to Japan. They'll be there for a whole year until December 2026. Next, there'll be a new Sailor Moon stage show in Tokyo from April 2026. You might remember Shining Moon Tokyo, the Sailor Moon dinner show that used to be in Tokyo. It opened in 2019 and sadly had to shut down the next year in 2020. Well, it's coming back in a new, grander incarnation as Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Shining Theatre in Shinagawa in Tokyo. The show will have all 10 Sailor Guardians. It won't have food, but it will have themed drinks. Tickets will be available early 2026 and they have said they will be available for overseas tourists to buy as well. Next is train news and it's goodbye to the Hello Kitty Shinkansen that runs between Osaka and Fukuoka. It ran for 8 years and it's going to be finishing in spring 2026. They haven't announced an exact date yet. The other Hello Kitty train in Osaka, the Haruka that runs from Kansai Airport, will also be finishing in summer 2027, so I guess JR West Sanrio licenses are running out. But it's not all sad news. There'll be a new Super Mario themed Shinkansen and express trains in Kyushu from the 29th of November till the end of June 2026. There are 3 train designs running on different routes. If you go on one, you get a special Super Mario boarding pass. There'll be themed announcements and music inside the trains, and look out for decorations and special events at stations. Next, the design's been unveiled for the revamp of the Sagano Romantic Train in Arashiyama in Kyoto. It has large windows and glass ceilings so you can enjoy the beautiful views, and it'll have displays in different languages. The new trains start running in spring 2027. If you're thinking of going, I have a video about the Sagano Romantic Train. I also have one about the less well-known Hozugawa River cruise that you can take on the way back. I actually enjoyed that even more than the train. Next, from spring 2026, you can pay for some of your trains in Tokyo by tapping your contactless card at the ticket gates. Now, trains in Japan are run by lots of different companies and 11 of them are participating in the program. So you can use contactless payments on the Tokyo Metro and the Toy Subway, but they won't work with Japan Railways, so it doesn't include the Yamanote line. That's the popular loop line around Tokyo. It does seem to be the way things are going that contactless payments are being accepted by more train companies in Japan, just like in London. Tell me in the comments what you think of this. It is easier to just tap your card rather than getting yourself set up on another system, but then the beauty of Suica is it's valid for everything, which this isn't yet, and your journey across Tokyo can involve using lines from multiple different companies. So tell me what you think. On to events, and this time I'll put the dates on the screen for you instead of reading them all out. Pokémon are taking over the observatory at Sagamihara City Museum, which is in outer Tokyo. You can learn about the universe and the galaxy with Pokémon. It'll be touring after that to Koriyama in spring 2026. Kakuda, which is near Sendai in the summer, Toyohashi in autumn, and Nagasaki in winter 2026. I think it's good it'll be at some locations outside the major cities. Now, November is peak autumn leaves time in Japan, and just like the cherry blossom forecast in spring, there's also an autumn leaves forecast. There are autumn illuminations throughout November at Showa Kinen Park, which is a huge park about half an hour from central Tokyo by train. The beautiful coloured leaves are lit up after dark. There's a 300-metre long yellow ginkgo tree tunnel and red maple leaves in the Japanese garden. There are lots of other autumn illuminations. Rikugien Garden in Tokyo's open late with special lighting, as well as Toji Temple and Kiyomizudera in Kyoto, and many more all around Japan. I'd recommend looking them up wherever you're going to be. Winter illuminations are also starting up. They're for winter, not for Christmas, so many of them continue into the new year as well. This winter, the stunning illuminations at Sagamiko Resort just outside Tokyo are Tamagotchi themed. So cute. There are also huge illuminations at Ashikaga Flower Park in Tochigi. It looks like a real winter wonderland. The largest winter illuminations in Japan are at Nabana no Sato, which you can visit easily from Nagoya. They run for a really long time, and there are many more. The illuminations at Osaka Castle even have giant light-up takoyaki. As we get towards winter, the evenings are definitely getting more magical in Japan. In Tokyo, there's projection mapping on the walls of the moat. In Kyoto, there's projection mapping at Nijo Castle, combining historic architecture with digital art. In Matsumoto, there's projection mapping on the castle and illuminations in the streets. In Kamakura, which is a day trip from Tokyo, there's Zen Night Walk at Kenchoji Temple. It's designed to be relaxing with music and light shows and a sea of clouds. Near Kamakura, there are winter illuminations in Enoshima around the whole island. It's called Jewel of Shonan. Towards the end of November, Christmas markets start popping up. Probably the main one in Tokyo is at Meiji Jingu Gaien, that's not Meiji Jingu Shrine, and Shiba Park. That one's organised together with the German Tourist Association, so you can expect it to be European style. There's also a large Christmas market in Yokohama at the Red Brick Warehouses, and many others. Now, I've just got a couple of exhibitions for you this time because many of the ones from last month's Japan news are still ongoing. There's an installation from Sebastian Masuda, creator of Harajuku brand 6% Doki Doki, in Kobe at Felicissimo Chocolate Museum. I don't know how I hadn't heard about this museum before. It displays mainly chocolate packaging and chocolate from around the world, which sounds like just my sort of thing. In Japan, Sebastian Masuda was the artistic director for the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory musical, which seems like the perfect collab. This exhibition has sketches and works related to that. It looks really colourful and kawaii. There's also an exhibition there about cats on chocolate packaging, which looks amazing. And if you want to go, remember Kobe is only 13 minutes from Osaka on the Shinkansen. And not very Japanese, but there's a Klimt art exhibition coming up in Osaka. It's one of those immersive exhibitions where the artwork's projected on the walls all around you. So this time we've had some cute new shops, dinner shows with sumo wrestlers and Sailor Moon, and Godzilla taking over the airport. Remember to check out my pre-orders, the link's in the description, and I'll see you soon with new Japan videos every Thursday.